This corn has just gotten unreal. That corn's got to be 4.5 foot tall. I had to get out here and show you. It's pretty tall. Crazy. I haven't seen this corn for a little bit. This is really not a corn 80. 86 acres here. But it looks pretty fair. I don't believe I'll be going straight. This is a wheat field right across the fence from that corn I just showed you. There's 95 acres here. A lot of green down through there, and it looks to me like it's head suckering out. A lot of green in there. I thought it was cheat to start with, but I don't believe so. Looks pretty fair. Well, now we got to get it out of the field, though. Morning, guys. Up to Clearwater. I haven't been up here for a little while on this one. Had a little flood irrigation going on, looks like. Corn is unbelievably green. This is Beck's. Let me think what number. It's 112 day. And we've got a major canal that runs through here. I say major, it's all relative, but for our area, major. Then we have the south side. This has really got some alkali right through here. Like, that's probably the first time I've seen it even grow much there. This is where we have the plot, seed plot, down on this end. Yeah, this was all underwater. This road was completely underwater. So, I think it looks pretty fair. No complaints on it. I think there'd be people around here cutting wheat this weekend. It's Thursday. What is it? 5th, maybe? June. But there's just no way. They're talking 2 inches of rain today, tonight. It's misting now. So there's some irrigated wheat here. Hang on a minute. That's probably hard for you to see, but irrigated wheat that all went down. So that's not great. We have a little bit of wheat going down of our own. These are some heads I picked yesterday. Monster heads. And they filled. But now we got to get it out of the field. Alright guys, I was just checking in. It's about 7 o'clock this morning, just out crop checking. Bob's out and about again, so by myself. I'm going to pull that orbit drive. This is that old head, the 30 foot that's scrap. Pull that orbit drive off, pulled the chain off, I'll pull that sprocket off. Pulled one real bad. I have another one on there that's really good. The other two are cracked a little bit. We need one bat for Bob's. It's got a wrinkle and a break in it, so I may take the other one off. I've got it off balance now, so when I turn it around, it doesn't want to stay there, so I'll strap it or something. No big deal. I took all this assembly off. It's got the 2 pulleys on it. I'm going to take the collar off that attaches the head. I pulled this as the drive off of there. And the auger sprocket, it looked a little sharp, but Sunday parts. And then I took this whole assembly off and knock these out once in a while. These rubbers, sometimes they go. The arm even. We've messed up the threads on an arm before. So anyway, I just pulled that whole assembly. Just pulling some pieces off. I'm going to throw them in the service truck. And yeah, looks like that one had fairly new bearings before it went to heck. This collar in here, once I unhook the combine, I can slide it off for a spare. These flat face couplers, I should pull it off. That auger's still good. The fingers in it, I just rebuilt the fingers before I quit using it 15, 20 years ago. I may pull them out, pull them rubbers, but they have no end play at all. That's pulling up and down, there's nothing. So I might pull them out. I'd like to pull that cam out of that auger, so we had it for spare, but anyway, pieces. I had to borrow my brother's porta power the other day to do on that work on that combine, so got on my favorite site, Vevor. This one was a lot bigger, a lot heavier than his. So the only thing I'm disappointed is my case is cracked. Other than that, heavy. Pretty sure we'll put her to work.
Hey, I saw a butterfly.
Well guys, it's Friday, June 6th. We got another 1.9 last night. That's 4.4 since Saturday, I believe. So anyway, landlord went over to the river. I shared a picture of the flooding over there. That's all creek water, they said, backed up that can't get into the river. The river lacked about 6 inches from getting out of its banks. So, as of now, they said the wheat never got underwater, and the corn, I think it had about 6 inches or so of water on some of it, but it looks pretty good, they said. Got some mare's tail coming in this wheat. We always have a little bit of trouble on this farm for some reason. It's not the end of the world yet, but yeah. It's just not the prettiest thing to look at. We've got corn that's 5 foot plus tall. This isn't, but it's probably 4. At the house it is. This creek up here ought to probably be out of its banks. Well, I can get there. Grass is so tall. You're running pretty hard. Supposed to get another inch tonight. Heavy rain, they said. My pond at the house lacks about 6 inches from going around the spillway, the top one. The bottom one's still substantially low, but it doesn't catch much water until the top one's full. I extended that dam on the top one. It would have ran over or ran around had I not extended it. So it's bigger than it's ever been. But yeah, the way things are now, we just might as well fill the ponds. And we're not going to get into spray corn, and we're not going to get into cut wheat. So there would have been some wheat cut this weekend, I believe, had it not rained. But we can't change that. I don't think we would have been cutting ours with the fungicide and all. It's still plenty green. Alright, looks like creek's over down here too. I'll bring you right back. Yeah, this is blown out. Corn looks fairly good. That was a water hole for years where Granddad had plowed against the trees and created a blockage there. Well, this spring I went down through there with a loader, skid loader, and cleaned that out. We actually have corn in that hole. First time in years. So, yeah, this is, oh, not terribly deep, but just wanted, darn mosquitoes, my land. Been a while since we've seen this kind of water. Grumpy farmer was complaining about the water up there, and I get it. You know, when our livelihoods depend on moisture, too much is not good, too little is not good. But I commented on his video last night and told him that we've been dry for 3 years. We take the moisture as of now. Slapping mosquitoes. But, you know, that's going to change here pretty quickly, I'm afraid. If we can't get the wheat out, we're going to be complaining about that. Yeah, all the creeks are out. Guess it does that when you get 4 inches in a week. Well, the corn's loving it. The wheat, not so much. Alright, one more creek to show you. That's generally farm ground. Up to the trees, that is. Not complaining yet.